What is up, everybody? Let's figure this out here. This is Jace Jacobs here, and I had scheduled a live on a different thing. And so I'm going to hang out for a second and see if some people jump on. Let me click over here to a different, check my iPad. Let's go back here. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. There's nothing like showing up a little bit late to your own live stream. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, whew. Little bit of technical difficulties. Jace Jacobs here. Welcome, welcome. I'm not sure if those that are on the other live stream have figured out that I've started a new one. So hopefully I get this taken care of. So let me see here. Give me a second as I figure out a few details here. There's Patty. I saw Patty over on the other stream. So, all right. So I'm going to assume, big assumption since I'm a newbie here, that the stream I was trying to do on my laptop, make it a little bit easier, that those are going to jump over. So can somebody let me know, can you hear me okay? And can you see me okay? Can you let me know? Okay, I'm still waiting to find out. Can everybody see me okay? Can you hear me? Yes on both? Cool, awesome. Okay, so here's the deal. A little bit of tech issues, but that's okay. We'll work through it. We'll breathe through it. Since I am new at this, those of you that are experienced at doing lives, man, these comments are flying through. And if I look right here at the camera, the comments are so small, I'd have to get real close, all up in your business to read the comments. So I got an iPad over here, and so I'm going to figure out how best to do that where I can see those comments. So first of all, thank you to those of you that were patient as I was working out the bugs there. So let's have some fun, okay? Let's do some fun. So let's see what we got here. So I'm gonna look over at the iPad here for a second. So we got Holly. Holly, thank you. Holly's my wife, and she was very kind. She wrote a bunch of questions on Post-its. She looked at questions that you had put online. So that's really cool. All right, there's Carol from Hike With Me. Hey, Carol, how you doing? I see Audrey from Noble Strength is here. Hey, Audrey. Shane from Spirit of the Cosmos. What's up, Shane? Yeah. Pamela Klein. Hey, Pamela. Patty, how you doing? Let's see who else we got here. All right. Rainbow Woods, what is up? Alicia, how you doing? Todd, hey, how you doing? That's a Facebook buddy. Todd and I have been through some trenches together. Yeah. So, what's up, Corey? All right, so what we're going to do today is have a little fun with, answering some questions, and then I got a poem I want to do for you. So let me grab a question that fell down. We can't leave a question behind. No, we cannot. Thank you so much for being a part of this adventure, 100 episodes. It's been really fun. I'm going to take a drink of water here. And then for those of you that are curious, when I jumped on YouTube in 2008. I didn't post anything because I was terrified of the whole camera thing. And so I just rolled with it, and, I'd watched other things and then went away and did Facebook and did all that stuff. But it wasn't until I did a challenge, actually probably with Todd, in 2016 that I addressed my fear of the little selfie video, because all my coaching buddies were doing their own little videos, and I was watching them, and I was just like, I couldn't be myself. And that was really important for me, that if I do video, I want to be myself, right? I don't want to be some scared version. And so I worked through it. I overcame that fear. I joined a challenge with Todd, and I knew they were going to make me do videos. So that's how I overcame that challenge. And then eventually I realized that, hey, I like being the authentic me. And so I started digging in a little bit into the things that I loved in the past. Have you ever done that before? I started going back into the past thinking, oh, what did I like about things in the past that I was afraid to share with people? And so one of the things I liked is I've always written, but I haven't always shared. And so I was like, you know what? I can write songs, but songs are a little more challenging because, you know, you got to figure out the right chords on the guitar, and then you need a chorus and all that. But poetry was a little bit easier because you can either have the chorus or not have the chorus, right? And so I kept playing around with that a little bit. And then what I'm getting at is that eventually in 2017, I decided, you know what? I want to share this stuff, right? I got over my fear of video. So I started sharing poetry, and actually wrote a book, and then I wrote another book, and it was kind of fun getting out there sharing. And I put a few things on YouTube, so if you go look at my Happy Mindset Poetry playlist, you can see some old stuff with really bad lighting. How's the lighting today? Because I had to move my my lights a little bit. You'll see some really bad lighting, but they're older videos, and I forgot what I was doing on Facebook, which was giving other people love. So this is a really long little description of my journey here, is that I started posting this jar of poetry episode. I think number 1 was October 29th, and nobody watched it. and that's okay, but I didn't realize I wasn't giving enough love out there I was still giving love on Facebook and other social media platforms, but not on YouTube. So it took me a few episodes, but as soon as I figured that out, things started changing, and then I started, having some more people join the channel, and so that was a lot of fun. So fast forward, here we are today, episode 100. I really appreciate you, each of you that have been a part of this, whether you're brand new or you're someone that's been there since the beginning. I really appreciate you. And so let's have a little fun. Who else is here? Hey, John, what's up, John? John makes some really cool music. Go check out John Binney. And let's see, is that where we got? Who we have here? The comments are tiny over here. So, hey, Lisa, what's up? Let's see who we got here. I see Michael. Hey, Michael, that's a poet right there. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let me get another drink of water here. Let's jump into a couple questions, and we'll kind of play around and see how we do this, and I'll try to keep track of time. I am using my old iPhone 6, so if for some reason this thing just dies, you'll know. It's probably because my battery died on my iPhone 6. It doesn't charge very well, so every once in a while I got it plugged in, but I gotta like wiggle the cord a little to see if it will start charging. So, and of course I can't see on here that it is charging. That's okay. That's okay. We'll roll with it. So, question. Let's see what we got in here. Dig in here. I asked for some questions, and we got a lot of questions. And I probably won't read all the questions, but let's just see what it is and see if we're having fun here. So, all right. First question here is from my buddy Jessica Morales. Jessica's really cool. I think she only has like 3 videos on her channel, but I know she's like a closet YouTuber. She's going to bust out here and be throwing out a ton of videos here pretty soon. But what Jessica is she's really cool, and she's very supportive on my channel. So she sent me, she probably sent me about 30 questions. So we'll see what it is. This first question is, what are your favorite drinks? All right, what are your favorite drinks? Okay, so my favorite drink is water. Not to be boring, but water, man, that's my favorite beverage. I really love it a lot. I'm not much into alcohol. Whenever I do choose to drink alcohol, I like a Moscow Mule, and it would just be like one. I don't want a bunch of them. I just, out at a restaurant, maybe I'll have a Moscow Mule. Occasionally I'll have some wine. I prefer, maybe something more like, I like red, but I don't want my teeth to be white, so I kind of stick away from the reds. But I'm not a big drinker, so there you go. And then I'm gluten-free too, so a long time ago I used to drink beer, and I don't drink beer anymore, so that's okay though. So that would be, favorite drink is water. There you go. In the summertime, I know I like to drink room temperature water because I know it's a little better for you, but in the summertime, man, I like that a little colder. like cold water. So, all right. So if you're a water lover, give some hearts in the comments there. All right. Let's do another question here. Reach in. What do we got here? Happy wife. What is up? What's going on? Osprey Mama, how's it going? Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, this one is from My Life with Wendy, and it says, did you say that you have a book? Yes, I do. I actually have 2 books. I have my first book, and I rushed to create the title. I wrote the poems, and then I was just like rushing to put this together to do self-publishing on Amazon, because if you look at it, I did a little bit of research. If you look at it, it's a much better deal for somebody that doesn't have a whole lot of following. It's just to do it self-publish on Amazon, and then it's print on demand, so you don't owe any money. So you literally can put all this up without having to pay any money. And there was lots of places that wanted me to pay money. And then, of course, I got no's as well from publishers that, you think you want to be a published author, but you got to go through some no's before you get yeses. So this is my first book, and I rushed through it, and I was doing this whole theme on Facebook of the whole Knuckles thing, because I fell into this habit of signing off as High Five Knuckles. So it was kind of a fun thing for a while there. So I called the book Namaste Knuckles, Poetry for the Enlightenment Curious. And then it was going to be a series, so then the book was Book 1, Mindset Musings. So it was kind of fun. I did that, and it was kind of really challenging picking which poems to put in there, because I didn't want a super huge book. I wanted something really, really short so someone can easily digest it and not have like your best poems wasted because you have 300 in there and nobody reads poem 65 or 75, right? So no judgment, but that was just my choice, is I wanted to go smaller books. And so I did that one, and that was a lot of fun. It was really cool. It was kind of it was a little bit of a shocker, because I didn't have like a huge following or anything. And when I published it, it was like, yay, I published the book. And it was like, okay, nobody cares. But I cared, and it was a huge accomplishment. It was really fun. I really wanted to show my children that you can start a project and finish a project and put something out there that you can leave behind. So that's why I wanted to do it. And my second book, I realized after I put out the first book, is I got more poems I want to share. So I put together a second book. I was trying to go for a red cover, but it kind of looks a little off red. And this one is Book 2, Peace and Love. So it's the same series. And looking back on it now, I probably would change up the Namaste Knuckles thing. I would go for a different title, and so I'll address that in my third book, which I'm playing around with right now. So yes, that is a long answer to, did you say you wrote a book? Yeah, okay, that was a long answer. So let's see what else we got here. What's up, Susan's Creative? How you doing? All right, let's get one. We got one right here. This one feels like a good one. I'm gonna take these other ones, and I need to chuck them to the side so we don't get a double question. Double question. Rainbow Woods, what is going on? Okay, let's see here. All right, this one is, this one's also from My Life Wendy. Hey, 2 in a row there. Okay. Aaliyah, whole 180. Go check her out. Really cool friend there. Go check her out. She's on a challenge of doing a little bit of weight loss. So from My Life Wendy, this one is, what do you do to wind down at night? Great question. So what I love to do when I need to wind down is, I got a couple critters, right? I got a 11-year-old son, Jake. He just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Jake. And I got my daughter, who's 9. And you guys that are parents, there's going to be a little bit of there's going to be some ups and downs and some fun. So I try not to internalize anything that might pop up, any type of drama, whenever it does. But what I like to do to wind down is, after I've eaten some food, is I like to go outside. And when I go outside of my house, I see the eastern sky and the southern sky. And so I like to walk out there, and it's like, the moon is revolving around us, right? Rotating. What do you call it? Yeah, it's orbiting the Earth, unless you're a flat earther. But I like to see, and it seems like the moon is always out there for me. I know sometimes it's not, it's in a different part of the sky, but it seems like whenever I need the moon, it's always out there for me. So it's really cool. So I go out there and just walk back and forth, and that's usually where I write some new poetry rhymes. Is I got my little phone, I get out the notepad, and I just walk and just sort of appreciate. I love hearing the wind blow through the trees. We got a little wind chime, and I like seeing, we're in the city, so you don't see too many stars, but you can see some. And I like checking out the stars, but just appreciating being out there is how I wind down. Yeah. And lately, since I've been a YouTuber, I mean, I have done that, but lately, since I've been showing a lot of love on YouTube, that I haven't been doing enough of that, so I'll have to work on that. What I mostly do is watch your videos, is what I do, and put comments on your videos. That's how I spend a lot of my time there. What's up, Infinite Value? What's up, brother? And okay, let's see. I missed a comment from Happy Wife. I saw that went away. Comments on my phone, or I haven't set the feature right, so they are showing up and then they're disappearing. So I'll have to circle back to some of these comments and answer them. So cool. Let's do another question here. That was 2 in a row. Let's dig real deep to see what is something from maybe something different. How many have we got on here right now? Let's just say 22. Thank you. That's 22 super cool souls who withstood the, what was it, a 30-minute delay? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. This one is from Rubster760. What's up, dude? This question is, what got you started with poetry? That's a good question, too. I guess I always just had these voices in my head, right? And, you can either go crazy from voices in your head or you can have fun with them. And so I like to have fun with them. And so what I do is, if I have voices in my head, and I'm not really saying like it's some strange voice, but it's just intuition, right? I'm not hearing something, but the words are popping up in my head. Yeah, so, and that started at a young age, and I was not going to share with anybody. No way. No way. So, I mean, I was doing stuff in junior high. One time I shared some stuff with this one friend in junior high, and dude like ripped me apart. Was like, oh, this is horrible. It doesn't rhyme enough. This and that. And I didn't have the self-esteem at the time, so I kind of let that get to me a little bit. But off on the side, I kept doing some of it and started writing stuff, and eventually I got to the point where I wrote something and I shared it with a girl when I was probably 18, maybe 19, and that was the first time I had like publicly like shared something that I wrote. And that was crazy. What's up, Wicked Hippie? How you doing, brother? And yeah, so I shared that, and it was like, all right, man, kind of a poet now. I shared it with one person. That makes it real. So, but I kept writing in the background different things, and whenever I had low self-esteem, 'cause it took a little while to work on that stuff. Whenever I had low self-esteem, it would be like this sad stuff or love poetry or something, but it was not happy. I mean, it could be slightly happy if you think of it as like love, but it was, no, man. My early songs and my early poetry were not very exciting. They didn't bring a lot of smiles. So that's how I got started. I just kept rolling with it. And I think I already explained earlier that on my journey, I started dipping back into my past and embracing some of that stuff and saying, why not share what I like right now? And so to further add on to that answer about the happy mindset poetry angle, when I got started with that, is the deeper I got into personal development, yeah, the more I felt good, the more I was just like, man, this feels pretty good. And one time I was big into morning routine, so I'd wake up and I'd get out back and see the sunrise, because you could see it. There's no houses behind us, so you could always see the sunrise. And I'd watch the sunrise and I'd do my meditation. I was doing standing meditation back then. So I just get real calm and appreciate things and do my little standing meditation routine, which has like 3 phases. And one of the times after I did that, I was out there back just appreciating everything, and I was just like, man, you know, it's like the voices, I heard this in my head. I was like, I appreciate the sunrise and the birds flying by, clouds creating shapes in the painted sky. I was like, where's my phone, man? Like, I had to break meditation and go rush and grab my phone to like type in those words, or sometimes I speak them in to record them. And I was like, dude, that is actually a happy poem. It's not like a sad poem. And so I, spent another 10 minutes and wrote the rest of that poem, which is called A Gift for All to See. And I remember telling my wife about it, telling her, Holly, and I was like, I'm gonna write a book. And she was just like, whatever, poetry boy, no. And I just started geeking out on it. I got out all my old poems, and they were all sad and mopey, but I was like, I'll just do a collection of some of these things. And every single day I wrote a new happy poem, which kicked one of the old poems to the curb, right? Time and a place for those sad poems. And when you're feeling really good, I want to keep feeling really good. What do I say all the time is I want to raise up my vibration. So that's what I like to do there is do that. Speaking of which, before I go, let's see, we have 23 watching right now. What's up, Susan's Creative? Let's do a poem. Let me think about one. As I've asked subscribers, hey, send me a couple words that you would like to see in a poem. And I got a lot of words. And I was looking at them, trying to figure out how do I want to put this together without it being like too extreme. So I couldn't take all the words, but I took a bunch of words. I'm going to do a poem here in a minute. Let's see. This one is, let me, something in my hair. Oh, it's a Post-it piece because we don't have the jar right now for this. So this one, bandanas are awesome, man. So many uses for a bandana. Got a little secret stash in the bandana. There you go. Okay, so this one is for all the subscribers that gave me some input. This one's called Meant to Shine. It goes like this. The peaceful mama panda watches a rainbow in the sky, empty towards Mother Gaia as a butterfly passes by. Off in the distance, civilization she could see, a gathering of incarnated angels, starseeds, light workers, and me. Our mission is clear as we head out to play, collectively raise up the vibration each and every day. So please show me your crystals, and I'll show you mine. Let's set the example. You and I, we're meant to shine. All right, there you go. That is the poem. That one's called Meant to Shine. Then I'll post this one another time on a different video so we can get it on a solo video instead of in the middle of a live stream. But that was pretty fun. That one is one that used some of the words that I received from some friends. And I got some other friends like, I don't know, there's Omad Hadi on here. She was telling me to use shea butter. Shea butter in a poem. All right, okay. Yeah, I'll have to get onto that one. Shea butter, yeah. I like butter, so I could roll with that one. So maybe I'll save that for a special poem about butter. So there you go. Is my friend Shane on here still? Shane, Spirit of the Cosmos, are you here? You approve of? I did a little crystal drop in there, and a little starseed, little light worker. All right, brother. Okay, let's do another question here. We got one. This is one right here. All right, let's do this one right here. Woo! Thank you, Patty. Patty just said, love the coconut poem. That was pretty fun. What's up, Sean S. Beats? Go check out his channel. Sean's been pretty cool because every once in a while he'll grab a clip of my poetry and he'll put it together with some music because he's having fun with that stuff. So go check out his channel there. All right, another question here. This is another question from Jessica. Are you vegan, vegetarian, or carnivorous? All right. I guess I would say I'm all of the above. I've been a vegetarian before. I've been a vegan for 2 years, 2 solid years, strict vegan to test the waters. And I knew a bunch of vegans, and I wasn't looking for their approval, but I wanted to enjoy the food. So it was a challenge my wife and I did, is to do that and see how long we can do it for, to make new recipes and just explore new types of food. That's the reason I did it. And I do love animals, but I didn't do it for the animals. So I'm gonna be upfront there. And so, but here's my history with being a vegan is, the first year I felt great because I cut out some of the junk I was eating before. And then the second year, you know what happened? You know what happened is, I was doing pretty well making the different meals, but what happened is I got a freaking wrinkle on my forehead. And I was like, what is up with that, man? I've always had a baby face, and now I got a wrinkle on my forehead? What is going on? And the second year of being a vegan, my wife's health was good, but my health just started going downhill. It's like I wasn't figuring out the right ratio to get those nutrients into my body. And so I love vegans, but at the end of that second year, you know what? I had a clear signal in my head. It was like, I want scrambled eggs, and I want them now. And so I went to the store, I bought some eggs, some organic free-range eggs, and brought them home, made a couple scrambled eggs, and I took that one bite, and I took one bite. I was sort of like this, and I took one bite, and it was like, all right, I guess I'm a carnivore, because it just lit me up like flipping a light switch. And I was like, okay, let's get back to some bacon. And so it was on from there. And so what I like to do is, when I want to be a vegan, I eat vegan. When I want to be vegetarian, I eat vegetarian. When I want to be a carnivore, I go to town, right? So I try not to stick on the label. I'm more worried about how I feel, and that's what I recommend to everybody else is, don't get stuck on the labels. Trust your body and how you feel, and your body's going to tell you. Your body's going to tell you if you can be a vegan or a carnivore. And if you don't feel healthy, then you got to be brave enough and have that courage to make a change and do something a little different. Let's do another question here. I like to answer questions a little bit long, so let's see here. Let's just keep on having some fun here. And again, a reminder that I am filming on my iPhone 6. It doesn't charge very well, so at a certain point you might see, and we're donesy. So just know that I love and appreciate you if this happens to cut off, and we'll do it. We'll do a live a different time. All right. Very cool. And someone let me know in the comments. I like to look at the camera lens, so I'm looking at your eyeballs. But there's so much going on here, I don't actually know if I'm looking at your eyeballs, if I'm looking at that. So, yeah, someone let me know in the comments if I am actually looking there, because I like to do that. So, all right, let's see. This one is a question from, let's see what this is. All right, this one is from Deborah Michelle Johnson. What's up, Deborah? And this question is, what is one thing besides poetry that keeps you on the positive track? I guess, top of my head, I'm going to say meditation. I've been doing meditation since probably, I want to say 2010, 2011. That's when I started awakening. You'll hear that from certain people that we've awakened. Yes. As I started doing meditation, I was doing my standing meditation. But I've progressed from there, and I do all sorts of different types of meditation. But that has really helped out a lot because it controls those voices in your head. And for me, it really helped me eliminate some of the questionable voices in my head. So, what's up, Paula? I saw Paula's name. Is Paula here? I saw it in a comment. Hey, Paula, if you're here. And so I like doing meditation because it helps calm me. And then I like to just breathe through it. And so that's one thing besides poetry that really keeps me on a positive track. Because here's the deal. You don't have to do meditation in the morning or at night. There's no rules. You make the rules. So one of my favorite meditations I've ever done in my life is I was at the dentist office, and nobody really likes being at the dentist office. And they're doing this procedure, and I don't know what it was, and maybe it was a little more than a cavity. I don't know if it was just something extreme, and it was gonna take almost 3 hours. And it was a little crazy, but the dentist and the staff were like, "Are you gonna be okay? You gonna be okay? You just, raise your hand if you need a break." And I'm like, "I got this." And what I did is I just went into a meditation. Man, it was breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. I got myself in a rhythm, and that's all I did. And that time just went by, and they're like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And I'm like, or more, I was like, "Shut up." I couldn't talk, so I had to do the thumbs up. What's up, Mika? Mika's fasting weight loss. Sending some love to you, Mika. That's one of my buddies here. And so, so that was one of my favorite meditations. Let's do another question here. Wine and Dine with Jeff. What's up, buddy? Hey, backyard gardening. I like a lot of variety on my YouTube channels, on the channels that I follow. So if you look at some of the comments on my videos, I like to subscribe to people that are hiking. I like to subscribe to people that are in the weight loss community. I like to subscribe to personal development, just anything that's going to help raise up my vibration. I've subscribed to a few funny channels, but once it gets to the point where they're making fun of people, that's where I kind of step back a little bit, because that doesn't raise my vibration. No shame or judgment. I want them to keep doing it. I just don't want to watch it. Does that make sense? I don't want people to be like me. I want them to be like them. But I love a lot of different variety. I love painters and artists, anybody doing some art, because it's scary to share your art. And until you get to the point where you have some more self-esteem, it's real scary. And so I love supporting artists. So there you go. Musicians, yeah, it's a lot of fun there. Okay, let's see here. Hey, what's up, Maxie? Glad you were able to get here. Maybe I had those technical difficulties because Maxie had an appointment with her son at the doctor. I don't know. Maybe the universe just did that, Maxie. Okay, there is low battery warning. Uh-oh. Whoa. Low battery warning on the phone. Let's wiggle this cord, see if we can get to start charging. So this is just a little warning that this phone could shut off at any moment, and know that you're loved and appreciated. I'll work out my technical skills, and we'll do another live stream. Or maybe I could try it from my iPad or something like that. So, yeah, so anyway, let's do another quick little thing here. Let's do oh, you know what I'd like to know? And I don't know if I can see these comments later, but if you have a favorite poem that I've done, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know that. Let's see. What is your favorite music genre? I like all kinds of music, and I appreciate, I used to listen to country when I was younger. And so those are fun songs, but they're not always happy songs. So I kind of back off from that these days. But I'll listen to any type of music. I just want, again, I want to raise up my vibration. Yeah, that's how I want to roll. So, but I do appreciate music because it's the art side of it, how you create that thing, that piece of art. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see who we got here. Man, these questions go by so quick. I'd love to acknowledge every comment that pops on the screen, but they do definitely go by really quick here. So anyway, I really appreciate you. Yeah, this YouTube has been a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna keep on rolling with it. I barely ever go to Facebook or Instagram anymore, and YouTube is where it's at. That's where I'm having fun. I'm building up some family. building up some good friendships, and I'm really looking forward to meeting each person in real life. Yeah, I'm totally down with that. I would love to meet everyone in real life. So certainly, I'm in Arizona. I'm in Gilbert, Arizona. So you roll through town, reach out to me, and definitely I'll take you to this cool little taco place that's off the beaten path. And yeah, so definitely would love to do that. Happy 222 Eastern Standard Time. Awesome. Yeah, I love the numbers. That's really cool. Yeah, lot of fun there. All right, who's fasting today? My fasting buddies. Who's fasting today? Let me know. That's always a lot of fun. I'm actually fasted today, so no food for me. Nah, if this battery life would last, man, I'll go all day long on here. We'll just keep chatting. If there's people that want to chat with me, I'll totally do it, because we got a ton more questions here. So let me know in the comments, when this battery dies, would you be cool with me creating another live from my iPad, just a different device? And if you are cool with that, let me know. Maybe I'll just jump back on and do another live, so we could set a new normal. I like to call it a new normal. It wasn't normal for me to do a live before. We want to create that new normal so it's not so scary. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so you know what someone taught me on a live is that I didn't know how to hit the like button on a live, and it's because I was in chat. So if you're in chat and you haven't hit the like button, do me a favor and exit out of chat, hit the like button, and then go back into the live chat. I'd appreciate that if you could do that. That'd be really fun. Still learning all the algorithm for Facebook or for YouTube, but I understand it's comments, it's likes, it's views that are longer than a couple seconds. And so we all got to help each other out as content creators here. So when I go to see someone's video, man, I'm liking that video. I throw a like on it right away, and then I watch it. And I try to understand what they're talking about in the video, and then I give them a comment that is applicable to that video. And that's what feels good to me. And I don't ask anybody to subscribe to me, so there's no shame and judgment if you do that. But I don't do that. I know I certainly appreciate when I get comments, and I'm gonna go look at your channel anyway. So you don't have to ever, nobody has to ever ask me to subscribe to them. I'm gonna go look at your channel anyway. And so that's how I do it, is I just put a comment. So there we go. Awesome. Really appreciate everyone being on here. Let's see where we're at. The iPad says I have 1 like. So I don't know if likes disappear on here, or if it has to somehow be updated. But that's all right. No big deal if they're not showing up right now. That's just how it goes. We got 10% left of battery life. The ship is going down here, my friends. So really appreciate that. Oh, thanks for the update on the numbers. I'm getting some numbers that there's 31, so cool. You know what number I really did? 33. I like that number. Yeah, really appreciate that. Okay, there's another question. What got you started? I think I already answered that. That's from Rubster 760. All right, I believe I already answered how I got started there. Is I was just testing the waters of being the authentic version of myself, right? And so I'm dipping into some of those things from my past. So when you see me wear a bandana, that's because I wore bandanas when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, 21 years old, and I wore them a lot. And I would get teased and made fun of, but I still did it, but it hurt. And once I was in the corporate world, I didn't wear bandanas as much, except for if I go to the park or something. So I was always just a little self-conscious on it. But once I got in the personal development world and I started embracing more of who I am, it was like, oh, it's on. There you go. And so I started having fun with that. So if you're curious why I wear a bandana, it's more a shout out to self-love. It's a shout out to my younger self that needed just a little more support, encouragement to be myself without worrying about what other people think. So that's one of the big things I'm into, is a methodology called nothing to prove and nothing to hide. And so that's something I try to say to anybody is, hey, embrace who you are and don't worry about anybody shaming or judging you. You don't have to internalize that stuff. Be who you are and embrace it. And so that's what I do with that. And so, yeah, a lot of fun there. Yeah, we are going to get shut down here any minute now. Let me wiggle the phone a little bit to see if we get some more battery life here. It's supposed to make a noise, but it's not making any noise. No. Hey, are there any huggers? Anybody huggers? Because when I meet people in person, we hug it out. We get a big old bear hug. That's how I do it. And a lot of friends are that way too, that I've met in person that we haven't seen before from the personal development world. So I'm a hugger. So fair warning, if you see me out on the street, I'm totally cool with you coming up to me and let's hug it out. That's what I'll do. We'll hug it out. So totally cool with that. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna do another question here, and then we need to make a decision if we're gonna do another live on the iPad, or if we'll just save it for another time. And again, I really appreciate everybody jumping in on here. So cool. So if I do another live, if you feel like hanging out some more, then we'll jump on and do that. I'll do some a little longer. And if you don't, no worries. All right, who's there? Hey, Denna. Denna does some cool artwork, if I remember right, cool paintings and stuff. So Dina, not Denna, Dina, right? Is that correct? I think that's correct. And yeah, so Treese, hey, what's up, Treese? I think I saw your name fly by. How's it going? What's up, Sherry? So many cool people here. I'd love to acknowledge everybody. Names are just going by so fast. I wonder if there's anybody new here that I haven't met. What's up, JS? Take care, Paula. Good to see you. It's my friend Paula. Go check her out for sure. All right, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, I am going to... Let's do this question and then we can decide here. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to find a question that is from somebody different here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, not that one. All right, this is the Hungry Black Panda. What's up, buddy? Vic Lee. This one is there anyone you wish to collaborate with? You know, I'm new to this whole YouTube thing and collaboration and all that, but I'm down with collaborating with anybody. It's just a matter of figuring out what's appropriate to share on the other person's channel and what's appropriate to share on your channel. So I like to do, let me explain myself. So on my channel, I want it to be a place to raise up your vibration. Anybody who's watching, I want it to be a place where you can come to feel good and become a better version of yourself just by hearing some cool words and things that can empower you. And so if someone wanted to put like some, I don't know, just use an extreme example, some hate lyrics, maybe some rap that sounds good, but the lyrics are hurtful, I'd be like, hey, I can't have that on my channel. It doesn't work. It's not the right vibration that I want. So I'd have to kind of play around with that. But yeah, I definitely would love to be on anybody else's channel that's cool with my material being on their channel. Or if you live somewhere close to Arizona and we want to meet up and you want me to say, what's up on camera? I would totally do that. So I'm down with collaborations, and I'll get there eventually. I've been taking kind of the slow path on some of that stuff as I learn more about YouTube. It's been a fun journey. You know what my favorite thing is before we get shut off of this battery life here is one of my favorite things was once I got to episode, okay, so I did episode 1 through 30, nobody watched. It was like crickets, but I just kept doing it anyway because it felt good to do it. And then episode 30, people started jumping on board and started making some friendships and started getting some comments and stuff. And then when I got to episode 61 is where I decided, you know what, man, I'm all about giving out love. And I decided to start giving out love. So I started my shout outs episode 61. So it's been every episode since episode 61 that I do shout outs. And so there's still more that I want to do. I mean, I got people in the shout out jar that I want to shout out. And so I'm not going to do that. I won't do the shout out on this video because it's buried within 45 minutes. I want to save the shout outs for that short little video so I know somebody sees your shout out, if that makes sense. So, because I could totally grab a shout out jar and start throwing some shout outs, but I'd rather be on the smaller video. All right, cool. Hey, what's up, Kate? It starts with a step. She's got a new channel coming out. It starts with a step is a travel channel, but I know that she's got a different channel, a little side project she's going to do for some health issues, and so I can't remember the name of that, but that's going to be a cool channel. I'm looking forward to watching those videos. So yeah, who else we got on here? Really appreciate everyone being on here. All right, let's see what we got. All right. What's up, Zeus, the greedy husky? I love animal channels. You know, I had a Weimaraner before, and he transitioned away after 10 years. It was really sad, but it was the best thing for him. And I love animals, so I follow cat channels, dog channels, you know, bird channels. I love it all. But I need a little help. I can't really find too many Weimaraner channels. You know, that's that gray dog with the short hair. That's what my dog was. So if you know anybody out in the YouTube world that has a Weimaraner channel, you know, put me in contact with them. I'd love to subscribe to them and watch their videos because I dig that dog. And eventually I'll get another dog, and you know what? It'll be like, here's my dog, check out my dog. It'll be maybe a dog poetry channel or something like that. So that's what that'll be. Let's see what we got here. All right, this is this is from Handy Hudsonite, my friend Matt. And he says, his question was, tell an event that inspired a favorite poem. Matt, I mentioned that earlier. It's a poem called A Gift for All to See, and I don't know what timestamp it was, but that's when I did that poem out back. That was what kickstarted me into the personal development world. And so that was that poem right there. Matt, thanks for that question there, buddy. And because it really did kickstart me into this, what I call happy mindset poetry, man. Just something that's going to raise up my vibration. Yeah. Student, another question here. We are approaching, whoa, man, 47, 48 minutes. And, you know, battery's going to die any minute here. That's okay. Let's see here. Treese, this is from Treese. This is, where do you live? All right, here's my address. It's la. Are you allowed to give out your exact address on YouTube? Well, close enough. I live in Gilbert, Arizona. That's southeast of Phoenix, Arizona. And it's a really cool town. It's kind of a big town. I'm in the southeast part of that town. But it's got a really cool downtown with this water tower. And that's where I take people when they come to town. We're going to downtown Gilbert. You can get a lot of different types of food there and a little bit of nightlife. I like it. It feels good. So that's where I live, is in Gilbert, Arizona. It's right next to Chandler, Arizona. And that's in the Valley of the Sun. So thank you for that question. All right, let's see here. Let's see. There's another question from someone new here. Oh, my ASMR friends. Yeah, you like that? You like that crunch? Yeah, you do. You like that crunch. You know, I didn't know a lot about ASMR, and I'm not going to try to do the acronym for you because I don't have it memorized. But it's people that they get the tingles. They like the feeling of hearing certain noises, like certain crunches from food. Yeah, you know you are. Some of you might be here. And Mukbang with Lassie, he's here. That's an ASMR dude. But it was kind of cool because my first exposure to it was seeing, I don't know what her name was, but it was a real cute girl. And let's just say that video was just like, holy shit, what is going on here, man? Yeah, it was a crazy video, but I was like, all right, she's gonna get a lot of subscribers. But some people love it, man. They love it. So I know it's a that satisfying crunchy crunch crunch crunch. So who knows if they like my little paper crumble, but if they do, cool. If they don't, you know, it's cool as well. So anyway, a lot of fun there. So yeah, let's see what we got here. All right, what are some of your favorite foods? I love a lot of different foods. You know, from my poetry, you know I like coconut oil. You know that, right? And I love Himalayan pink salt. For serious, yeah. I like to get a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger grain of that, something a little bit bigger. And so, you know what, man? If there's a meal, if it's a hot meal, I'm either drizzling some coconut oil and Himalayan pink salt, or I'm putting some butter on there and Himalayan pink salt. But the salt is going to be there. There's great nutrients in there. You know, that helped me out through my fast. I'd put that Himalayan pink salt in my water. So I dig that. And if I can't have butter or coconut oil, you know, I love bacon. I love a nice ripe strawberry. Oh yeah, a nice ripe strawberry. That is amazing. Or you know what really is awesome is after a long fast is biting into a banana. A nice ripe banana. Not a green banana. Not green, gotta go ripe. But I really love homemade foods. Yeah. Once I went gluten-free, the whole family, we decided to make foods at home. So I really dig that. I am attempting to go to, losing my voice here. I know the battery's gonna die here. It's gonna happen. But I wonder if I can get to 55 minutes. If I can, because that'd be kind of a cool number to end on, 55. And then, you know what? I might just get some more water and then start another live. And if people join, cool. If they don't, they don't. Because I got a ton more questions that I need to get through. So I'm planning on that. So we got a couple more minutes here. Let's see what we got here. This is from My Life Wendy. How long have you been creating these beautiful poems? I guess I've been creating poems since I was about 16 years old. And so, like I said earlier, a lot of them were lovey-dovey, woe was me. But the happy mindset poetry has been since, I would say, 2017. Maybe I created something for some coaching buddies in 2015 or 2016. But majority, I started purposefully, with intention, writing happy mindset poetry in 2017. So there you go. Really appreciate you. Yeah, can you hear the squeak in my chair? I got a little squeak in my chair. Get the little squeakers going here. I don't know if ASMR likes the squeakers. Hey, what's up, Fox? Fox is a cool little dog. I like to follow Fox, always playing, chasing a ball. That's the life right there. Yeah. 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 Anyway, this has been a lot of fun. I am going to, man, we got 24 people. That's really cool. I'm gonna shut down here and I'm gonna get some water. So I might need like 5 minutes, but anybody who is interested in jumping back on, then jump back on. Because I think I really need to go through the process of restarting this so I can create that new normal so it's not so weird. All right. And there won't be any technical issues because I'm not going to use my laptop. So it'll just be, I'll go with my, my iPad because that's fully charged. And all right. I really appreciate you. We're almost to that 55-minute mark. So I'm Jace Jacobs. Appreciate everything. Love fully. Need nothing. Namaste, my friends. High five, knuckles. Yes. I'll see you here in a few minutes. Maybe take a 5-minute break. Anybody wants to join back, Let's join back. All right. You are loved and appreciated. Thank you so much. Now we can end. No one ever taught me how to end this thing.